Well, hey there, and welcome to my channel. My name is Crafty Kathy. I'm the owner and creator of Kit's Vintage Farmhouse in beautiful Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I am just tickled pink that you stopped in to craft and spend a little time with me today. Now, you guys have really been liking those Dollar Tree hack DIY videos, so that's what we're going to do today. And today we're going to do it on baskets. I hope you really like it. If you do, please give me the big thumbs up. That's the like button, because it really helps me out on YouTube. It helps them to push my videos out there to people who've never seen my content before. And I am so grateful every time that you do that for me. Also, don't forget to hit that little red subscribe button and become a part of our family. You know I want you to be a part of our family. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Once again, I'm headed to Dayton, Tennessee to blow up my wallet at the Dollar Tree. I got a whole bunch of baskets and some great, easy ideas for you. So let's start off with the first one. You're going to need one of those smaller, round baskets, and make sure that you get the round one, not the one that's oval, but rounded. It doesn't matter if you get white or black. And then you're going to need a wood round of some type that roughly fits around the top of your basket, the same circumference. And also, we're going to need a candlestick. This one came from the Dollar Tree a year or two ago. So the first thing I need to do is get that word welcome off of my little wood round. And the way that I did that was use my heat gun to heat up the glue, and then this little thingy mabob that I can pop it up with. And it didn't take any time, and it came up very easily. However, it did leave a couple of rough spots, so I took it outside real quick and ran it through the sander. Now, the next thing that I did is grab that Dollar Tree Fix-All, and to me, I think it's better than E6000. It doesn't take much of it, and I just kind of put 4 little globs on my little candlestick, and then in the spots that I didn't put the Fix-All, I put some hot glue. And then we're just going to flip our stuff upside down because it makes it easier to find the center, and we popped it right down on there. Now we're going to work on the basket. You're going to need some type of wood, and you don't need much, so I just got one of these jumbo popsicle sticks that I get from Walmart, and I just cut the tip of it off. You're going to need 2 small pieces. I'm going to stick this bird that I got from the Dollar General on the top of this little makeshift cloche. That's what we're doing. So you put one of the pieces of wood on the bottom of your bird. The other piece of wood is going to be glued to the bottom of your white basket, right in the center. This is going to create an area for that bird to stick onto. You know, just give it some more surface area. I used the Fix-All adhesive and hot glue to put her down. Now, these birds, like I said, come from the Dollar General. They're only $1 and they are gorgeous. But you don't have to use a bird. You can use whatever you have on the top of your little cloche. You can even use a knob if you want. After I had everything glued together, I chose this color by Rust-Oleum 2 times in the color Coastal Sage. I always use Rust-Oleum 2 times, and I try to find the ultra matte. And then I'm going to seal it off with this matte clear. It seals, protects, and revitalizes. And guys, this came out just stunning. I love that color Coastal Sage for the fall.
Well, I want to take a ride in the wheelbarrow in your mind. Take me all around to the thinking places where you spend your time. Ain't no place I'd rather go. You're a funny little critter and I love you so. And I want to take a ride in the wheelbarrow in your mind. I come and sit down with me in a rocking chair. Coffee pot is nice and hot. We can sit in our underwear. Tell me about the dreams you had last week, swimming all around with the fish in the sea. Come sit down with me in a rocking chair.
DIY number 2 is super simple, but it's great for organization. You're going to need one of these rectangle baskets like the type you would put paper in, And 2 of these smaller baskets. They usually come in gold. And then you're going to need some of these tie wraps or cable ties, whatever you want to call them. And what we're going to do is take one of the smaller baskets, and you're actually going to set it down inside that larger one here, like I've done. And you're just going to kind of line up the back of it there and use as many of those tie wraps as you want to secure it. But to be honest, I found that 2 of those was very sufficient to keep it really good and snug, and it's not going anywhere. And then you just clip the little ends of your tie wraps off with your wire cutters. That way everything looks nice and neat. Then you're simply going to do the exact same thing with the other basket, except for you're going to put this over the top of that first basket that you connected. And once again, you just use as many tie wraps as you feel comfortable with so that your piece doesn't move at all. And can you imagine the different colors you can do with this? Like, you could use this in a bathroom. There's just so many possibilities and things that you can use for this. I love DIYs that look good and are functional. And just look how pretty it is when I styled it.
She thinks I'm a little lazy. I think she's a little crazy. We like summer and we like spring, watching wrestling and the ring. She ain't shy, she speaks her mind, tough as nails and smooth as wine. We burn hot as kerosene, baby, we got our own thing. She ain't skinny and I ain't tall, and that don't bother us at all. I run naked through the yard, she flash every police car, drinking wine and getting tired, shooting out the damn street lights. How does she put up with me? Oh, baby, we got our own thing. We got our own thing. We don't need no rain. We ain't rich, but son of a, we're a hillbilly king and queen. Life don't seem so hard with you beneath the stars, 'cause we're growing 4-leaf clovers in the yard.
This next one is also functional. It can be used as decor, or you can use it for storage. So what you're going to need is one of these paper towel holders, and those are at the Dollar Tree also. And then we're going to use 2 of the oval shaped baskets. You're going to take one of your baskets and you're going to flip it upside down, and I just kind of placed the top of that paper towel holder kind of on the top of it, and I just used like a small little marker pen and just kind of made a little mark so I kind of know where the middle of it is. And you don't have to be exact on that. If you want to be more exact, you can actually measure that out. But what I did is I made my little mark on both of these, and you see I just made like 2 or 3 little cuts and cut small pieces off. You still want that area that you cut to be kind of small, because we're going to slide these down over the top of our paper towel holder, and if you cut it too big, they're just going to kind of flop around. But if you make it tighter, it's going to hold exactly where you want it to be. Now on the second little basket, I did the exact same thing as I did on the first one. I just cut that very small area out in the center. Then I'm just going to take my little basket and slide it down over the top of the paper towel holder. And if you'll notice, I don't have anything holding it right now, and it pretty much can stay there by itself because I made the hole so small. Now we're going to take some of the tie wraps to make sure that we secure it so it won't move. And this time I chose kind of a medium-sized tie wrap because it's just easier to weave it in and out up there. And the first thing that I'm going to do is secure that top area, and I went around the paper towel holder and also around the little weave in the basket there. I did it on both sides of that paper towel holder, and I also secured it by putting a tie wrap underneath just to go around the paper towel holder. It may be easier to see what I'm doing than to try to explain it. Now, to be honest, it doesn't matter how many tie wraps you put here. You can put as many as you want to make sure that it's secure. And then, of course, you're just going to clip off the little excess because you don't need that. And I feel like right now is a great time to let you know that I would love for you to become a part of our Crafty Cathy family. All you have to do is hit that little red subscribe button beside my name, and then there's a bell beside it. And if you click that bell, there's a word that pops up that says all. And if you click all, YouTube's going to let you know every time that I put out a video. And I would love to have you to subscribe and become a part of our family. Also, if you like this content, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. That's the like button. Now back to the basket. You'll see here that I put a lot of tie wraps on that top part. I just didn't want it to go anywhere. And it all depends on how many, you want to put on there to make sure that it's secure. And also, you don't have to put your basket exactly where I put mine. You can put it further down or even further up that paper towel holder. And you can even have it up at the very tippity top. But I found that when I put mine up at the very top, it was a lot more wobbly. And I just felt like if you go down a little bit like I did, it seemed like it made it a little bit more secure. But then again, I have, about 200 of those tie wraps on there to make sure that it's good and secure. Now, the bottom part, I think I only put about 2 on there because it is sitting on the bottom of that paper towel holder, you'll see. So you really just need to make sure that it don't wiggle around. But I'm pretty sure I just put 2 down there. And then when I was finished with this and cleaned up all the tails on those tie wraps, I took it outside and painted it that coastal sage. And look how beautiful this is. I styled it with some fruit that I found at Target the other day for just $3, but you can put real fruit in there if you want. Just whatever you want to put in your basket.
When your soul is lonely, sad and blue, ain't got no love and shoulders to lean on, there's always a sunny side across the river. Take a ride, take a swim, and all your worries go away. Go across the river and you'll be fine. Go counting winners, it's right down the line. You'll be alright on the sunny side.
DIY number 4 is very quick and easy, but it turns out gorgeous. We're going to take one of these larger waste baskets. Now, these are really easy to bend and maneuver, so don't think that you just have to use it the way it is. Let me show you what I came up with. I started bending mine, and the way that I started bending it is to kind of start up at the top and use your thumbs to kind of push it out. And then as I was kind of softening that part up, I pushed it down, like straight down. And I did that and pushed it outward at the same time, which kind of made it to where the bottom part is still rounded. But as you'll see, the top part kind of came down over that bottom part, almost like it had a little ledge going around it. And it turned out to look like some sort of a bowl or something. So I just thought, hey, whatever, we'll just go with it and see what we can come up with to style it. Now I straightened mine out the best that I could to keep it rounded, and look at this gorgeous piece that I got at a yard sale today for 50 cents. I didn't even know it, but it came from Hobby Lobby. It still had the Hobby Lobby tag on it, and I didn't even notice it when I bought it. So it sat right down inside my little makeshift bowl perfectly, and I added a beautiful candle. I got these candles off Amazon the other day, and I am in love with them. They're in my Amazon store if you want to go check them out.
I wanna jump around when I think about yesterday. Your smile, your style, so stood still, I got the urge to steal a kiss, and so I did. Now I'm embarrassed, but just a little bit. Oh, there must be gold on those lips and honey on those fingertips.
For DIY number 5, we're going to use another one of the small rounded baskets, and you're also going to need some type of fabric or material of your choice. It really doesn't matter, but you're going to need probably like a fat quarter size of material. Now, I got this material on clearance at Hobby Lobby. Every time I go to Hobby Lobby, I go to the clearance area that's over in the fabrics, because you can find all kinds of fabrics at a super low price. Now, I just kind of winged this and did it the best that I could. I laid my basket down, and what I did was I just very lightly made a circle the shape of my basket there on the back side of my fabric, and I cut a couple inches bigger than what that was. Now, my circle by no means is perfect. I simply just needed it larger than the bottom of that basket. Then I laid my fabric down inside my basket, and that's the reason why I made it a little bit larger, because it overlapped the sides just slightly. I'm going to take this jute cord that I get from Walmart, and all I'm going to do is take it and tie it around the top of that basket. Now, this basket has a little lip on the top of it, and where I placed that jute cord is right under that lip. That way it just held on to it exactly where I needed it to. And I went over the front part of it where I had a little bit of excess, and I just cut that off. Anywhere where you have too much excess, you can cut that off. And then I just went around in a couple of spots and put a little dab or two of hot glue, just enough to hold that jute cord up where it's supposed to go at the top of my basket. And then a few months ago, I got these little wood rounds from the Dollar Tree, and I really don't know what they're for except for to put on different types of decor. And I'm going to stick it right in the front part underneath my little bow there. And I pushed the fabric up against it so it would hold on really good. And my plan is to use this in my kitchen to hold all my beautiful chicken's eggs.
I come and sit down with me in a rocking chair. Coffee pot is nice and hot. We can sit in our underwear. Tell me about the dreams you had last week, swimming all around with the fish in the sea. Come and sit down with me in a rocking chair. Couple days or even just an afternoon. They're looking up and we're looking down. We can...
I hate to say that this one is our last DIY, but guys, if you really like these basket ideas, I have a million more. We're going to use one of the small round baskets and this large jute cord that I get off of Amazon. It's in my Amazon store if you need some, this exact size, but it's also the same size of the one that you get from the Dollar Tree. Now, what I had to do here was I laid the basket down, and I'm just lightly putting some glue on the rope, and I'm going to do that because that way it's going to be easier for it to stick to the basket. And that's also the reason why I'm leaving it flat down, because I want it to be exactly even with the bottom part of that basket. Now I went all the way around my basket, And every few little inches, I put a little bit more of glue. And I didn't put a whole bunch because I don't want it kind of coming out the sides, you know. And I'm just going to put it all around that bottom part. Then when I get to the second row, I'm just going to go right up over that first one that I did. And then I'm going to start gluing the rope onto the rope. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that rope that's on the bottom and then lay the next layer right on top of it. That way our rope is perfect. And I did this all the way up my basket. And after I got done with that first go round down there at the bottom, then I didn't have to put so much glue. After you do that first one, you can just put glue kind of here and there where you need it at. And here I'm pointing out that I stopped at the very top in the same spot where I started down on that first row down there. And that way I know that that's going to be the back part of my basket, because that part, you know, is got that little indentation down at the bottom. But I fixed that by just putting a little bit more glue and gluing it down together. Now this makes for a gorgeous basket, y'all. I made sure that I got my lighter and burned off all those fuzzies. And just be careful when you're doing this, because of course you are working with fire. But you know what? I burned mine for a long time and my craft studio is still standing. So I guess that says something. Now I grabbed one of these little tags from the Dollar Tree and I'm writing the word sock graveyard. You know, the socks that always end up in your dryer and they don't have a mate. I don't know how that happens, but anyways, so I'm just going to use this basket in my laundry room for that reason. That way, whenever somebody comes back and says, hey, this sock don't have a match, I'll know exactly where the other one went to, unless the dryer actually has been eating them all this time. And guys, once again, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to our family. Right now, my videos are every Monday and Thursday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I sure don't want you to miss a single one. Make sure you click that bell and hit the word all so that YouTube's going to let you know when I put my videos out. And thank you so much for watching this video and sticking with me. If you like this one, I've got another one right here that's very similar to it, and I think you'll like that too. All you got to do is click on that video and it'll take you to the next one. I'll see you back here next time, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.